Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in to the Flock of Seagulls channel. Today we are in Arkansas, but we are not exactly in Bentonville. No, we actually drove about an hour and a half south of Bentonville to see what we can find at Mount Nebo. Now, these are some newer trails. They're called monument trails, and we're going to check it out, do some climbing, do some flowing, and give you some flavor.
We are at Mount Nebo. We are doing the BKXE special. A lot of climbing, a lot of descending.
So what are we starting on? What are we planning on hitting up?
We are hitting Ox Run to, I already forgot the name of the trail. Something to Sunrise Loop.
All right. All right, boys, see you up there.
All right, wait for the drop.
Yeah. They are a lot faster than I am, so I'm gonna get a head start. You said a left?
So to give you an idea, so a lot of climbing today. We started at the bottom, and it's a slow climb to get to the top. What I would say is if you're bringing a family here, you could easily drive to the top and then flow down the downhill with what we do at the very end without the need of climbing. Now, if you're a glutton for punishment and you're with guys who want to get in a good ride, definitely climb it, baby, because it's cool. Today, so like I said, we were trying to beat the rain, and it was super foggy. So as we climb the mountain, as you can see, and what you'll see throughout this entire video is we're pretty much surrounded by fog. So once you get to the top, hang a left, and you're on Miller's Goat.
My gloves are soaked.
And you're gonna go on Miller's Goat for a little bit, and this climb isn't really too bad, but we're still climbing to get towards the top, towards the peak and the ridge. Luckily with this section, it does get a little bit of relief with some downhill, somewhat, but not too bad. So this is a really cool rock section. Look towards, Ott goes for it. Yeah, that could have been bad. Here's another section farther down from where we were.
Up, stopping.
It's a long section.
Besides that middle section, was it too bad?
No. I'm glad he didn't do that part that I did.
Oh man.
And we continue climbing.
I think it's that way, but I think it's way better though.
So hang a left, and you're on the Sunrise Loop, which continues to be the intermediate trail. And we continue climbing.
Oh, this is the drop.
So
Anybody doing it?
So we got a drop up here. Drew's gonna be the one to lead us into it. Check it out. Very nice. Typically right now you're gonna see this wonderful view where it looks like you're on a mountain in the middle of nowhere, just like looking out on this huge area.
Not too many views today, folks.
Nope.
But not today. So just to give you even an idea, I've got a picture here to kind of show you how much we truly can't see on Mount Nebo. So, you know, you can go on other videos and you can see what the view looks like, but the fog did not give us that pleasure today.
May not be as trippy today because you can't see what you can't see.
So we're heading back down, and this is going to be Lizard's Tail. This is a black diamond. Super rock, super tech. I will tell you, I wasn't feeling it today on this particular ride. So I did a little bit of it, and I cut out. I was not really having it too much, but wasn't too difficult for the others, and they really enjoyed it. So they went on, and you'll see where I cut out and met them on the other side of Lizard's Tail. But this gives you a little bit of an idea as to what to expect. But it's, to summarize it, super techie rock on a ridge with exposure on the left.
So I'm just gonna take the 3Cs trail and meet you at the end of this. Have fun.
So this is the beginner
Let's see
trail.
what a green trail looks like.
It was okay. Had a couple of little rock face jumps like this for people who are learning how to jump. Not much risk involved, but still kind of fun to get some air in your tires off the ground. You can still see how foggy it was.
Oh, hey guys.
See some deer there on the right. So not a bad option, and what I'll tell you is this is where you should go. It's on the top of the mountain, top of the ridge, top of Mount Nebo, for beginners. No climbing, just nice meandering trails on the top with not a ton of elevation, but still, like I said, some jumps and berms to do. So we'll take you down it, and then we'll show you where we meet up with the guys when they finished up Lizard Tail. So hung to the left, and honestly, there was a trail. So Sunset Point connectors where they came out and where I was sitting. Here's where we finally got to somewhat of some downhill after all the climbing that we had done for a good part of the day.
I'll let you figure it out in the air.
So this is Miller's Goat that we just hopped on, which will turn into the downhill in a couple of minutes here, probably a little bit quicker than that.
This isn't the downhill, this is Miller's Goat to get to the downhill, I think.
We go, bird!
Nice. Yeet. Sheesh. Step on, step off.
Yeah. Blindly, you're not gonna look at the landing? Landing's good.
Just go for it. There we go. Drew
There you go.
and Mr. Stiegel. And here's where the Chickalah loop downhill begins.
Can you go back to it, or?
Go back and do it.
Let's go back and do that one.
From what I remember about this downhill, I would definitely take anybody down this. It isn't too gnarly. The big berms, like my wife, she does not like to do the super big berms because it makes her a little uncomfortable when you got to go up on the top of the berm. But everything you can do, you can just kind of ride around some of the features and not have too much risk for anybody. So I think this is a great downhill trail for a lot of people to enjoy. That is a cool turn.
That's cool. That would not be Neely's favorite feature though, let me tell you that.
Rock drop into the jump. Steve. And Brad.
You case it, you're going over the bars. Just another one? Is that a... Oh, I didn't... Sorry. I thought you were scoping a jump.
This is probably the most technical part of the downhill that I remember, that if they're not as comfortable with some rock technical sections, they'd probably have a little bit of trouble with. And now we start to
Shepherd
climb.
Mountain?
A little bit of relief where you get to go down a little bit and climb back up.
Mr. Drew.
Mr. Tonka?
Yeah, Mr. Tonka. Just rip back
Look
to
at all
the...
this.
It's only a mile.
So we're taking Miller's Goats. Once we get to the top, we hung a left. And this is pretty much taking us back to the beginning. Back to the top of that big hill that we had climbed, just to go down on the other side. We go up one side and go down on the other for the downhill. So we're just cutting across the ridge, cutting across Mount Nebo. We'll have a nice little spot here where we can do an overlook where you can actually see versus just a bunch of fog, and finish out the ride. So on this particular ride that you'll see, so keep in mind, I did not do Lizard's Tail, but this was a 11.84 miles is how far we went, and we climbed about 1,700 feet is what I ended up climbing this day. So just kind of give you a flavor as to how long this route was and how much elevation climbing there was. This section of the trail is I enjoyed this one as well. Nice flowy sections, and then you get to climb short sections like that. It wasn't bad. It was fun.
Shot.
Look at that view. Beautiful shot.
Look at that. Nice.
Had to get a shot with the Cruz brothers there. The Santa Cruz brothers. So we are heading out, and this is going to take us back. This is going to take us back to the top so we can flow down Hayes Creek Run, which will take us back to the parking lot. Alright, so we are flowing down this, and I'll tell you, this has got a lot of rock face jumps and just like little tabletop, but kind of doubles as well. What I would probably say is that, you know, go down at once and you can kind of scope out what the jumps are like and what they look like. And then the second and third time you can probably send some of these pretty good. You know, some of them you can definitely send the first time as well. Did not do too many this particular run for me. Like I had stated in a couple of my other recent videos, still kind of recovering from a broken collarbone and shoulder blade from this past summer, and kind of getting back into the groove of getting my tires off the ground too much on this particular trip. But not very dangerous jumps, good easy jumps, but just kind of know what you're getting into and what it looks like on the other side. Kind of see, if you look to the right there, the fog's finally starting to break. So that's nice. Get to see a little bit more of the view of what we did before. Nice little double there. So if I were to bring a family to Mount Nebo, this is what I would do. Is I would probably park up on the top of the hill so you did not have to climb Ox Pole. And then I would do Miller's Goat. And then go up to the top and hit the 3 C's trail with the family. And then from there, do exactly what I had done on this video. And hit the Chickalah Valley Trail downhill loop. And then climb up it. The climb might be a little strenuous depending on how old your kids are, your family are, or how much they're used to climbing. But it isn't any worse than any other climb that you might have to do at another park. And then take the bench trail or Miller's Goat back to the parking lot. I honestly think that would be a really good trail for a family. I would probably not recommend going on the Lizard Tail with the fam. Little bit more challenging what you want to do. And like I said, if you can avoid doing the ox pole climb, I'd say probably go ahead and do that. If you want to get the miles and get the climbing in for your Strava stats and for your Garmin, by all means, park at the bottom. Now this is a cool feature. This bridge is very unique from what I've ever seen out on the trails. Some nice work to the crew at Monument Trails for getting that accomplished. Alright guys, so that was Mount Nebo. If you have never been and you're going to Bentonville, I would definitely check it out. Find a way to get down there. It is an hour and a half southeast of Bentonville, but definitely worth the trip. Thanks for riding along. Check out the other videos from our Bentonville trip, and thanks for riding along with the flock of seagulls.
That's a downhill.
Peace out, suckers.